Once upon a time, on a remote farm in Texas, lived a farmer named Arthur. Arthur owned an old mule named Rusty. For years, Rusty was Arthur's most loyal companion, plowing fields and hauling heavy loads without a single complaint. But time, as it does for us all, had taken its toll. Rusty was now old, his steps were slow, his eyesight was failing, and he was no longer the strong worker he once was. One day, while wandering the fields, Rusty's shaky legs gave way, and he stumbled into an old, abandoned dry well. The well was deep, dark, and terrifying. Trapped and disoriented, Rusty began to panic. He cried out, his pitiful brays echoing across the farm for hours, hoping his master would hear him and come to his rescue. And his master did hear him. Arthur rushed over to the well, peered into the darkness, and saw poor Rusty, trembling at the very bottom. A wave of emotions washed over Arthur. But they weren't the ones you'd expect. He wasn't thinking about how to save his lifelong companion. Instead, he was calculating. He thought to himself, this well is far too deep. Getting a crane out here would cost a fortune. Besides, Rusty is old. He doesn't have much longer anyway. And I've been meaning to fill this dangerous well for years. And so, Arthur made a cold, cruel decision. He decided he would fill the well, burying the old mule alive right where he stood. He called over his neighbors, and each of them grabbed a shovel. Without another thought, they began to scoop up the earth and pour it down into the dark hole. The first shovel of dirt hit Rusty's back with a heavy thud. It was a shocking, painful blow. He looked up, his eyes adjusting to the dust, and saw the silhouettes of the men he knew. The face of the master he had served so faithfully. In that horrifying moment, the brutal truth dawned on him. They weren't saving him. They were burying him. A heart-wrenching scream tore from Rusty's throat, a cry of betrayal, of despair, of pure terror. But the dirt just kept coming down, a relentless rain of soil and rock. Dust filled the air, choking him. The darkness at the bottom of the well began to rise, not with water, but with the very earth that was meant to be his grave. Death was creeping up on him, inch by inch. But then, as the dirt started to pile up around his hooves, a spark ignited in the old mule's mind. He realized something profound. Crying out in despair was doing nothing. If he just stood there, this pile of dirt would most certainly become his tomb. But what if he did something different? What if this pile of dirt could become his staircase to freedom? With that single thought, everything changed. Rusty stopped crying. He forced himself to be calm. And from that moment on, every single time a shovel of dirt landed on his back, instead of letting its weight crush him, Rusty did something truly extraordinary. First, he would shake his body with all his might, letting the dirt slide off his back and fall to his feet. Then, he would take a firm step up onto that newly formed pile of earth. Shake it off and step up. Shake it off and step up. This became his mantra, his rhythm for survival, repeated over and over in the suffocating darkness. He focused only on this, one shovel at a time, one step at a time. Above ground, the men continued their grim work. They had stopped hearing the mule's cries and assumed he must be dead by now, buried under the tons of earth they had thrown down. 1 hour passed, then 2. They shoveled and shoveled, convinced they were just filling a hole. But then, something happened that made them all jump back in sheer terror. Right at the edge of the well, a dirt-caked head suddenly popped into view. It was Rusty, the old mule. His eyes burning with a fierce, unconquerable spirit, took one final, triumphant step out of the well and onto solid ground. He was exhausted. He was covered in filth, but he was free. He let out a loud, proud bray that echoed with victory. And then he galloped off into the green pasture, leaving Arthur and his neighbors standing there, their mouths wide open in utter shock and disbelief. The very thing they had used to try and bury him, the dirt, the pressure, the weight of it, all was the very thing that had set him free. This story isn't just about a mule. This story is the perfect metaphor for your life, because life, at times, will relentlessly shovel dirt on you. All kinds of dirt. It's the dirt of criticism from people who don't understand you. It's the dirt of gossip and rumors spread behind your back. It's the dirt of debt and financial pressure that feels like it's burying you alive. It's the dirt of painful failures in your career, in your relationships, in your personal goals failures that leave you feeling trapped at the bottom of a deep, dark well. Life can be cruel like that. Sometimes it feels like it wants to bury you. It wants you to accept your fate, to lie still, to give up and let the darkness consume you. But just like Rusty, you have a choice. You can let those troubles, that dirt, crush you. You can let it pile on top of you until you suffocate, becoming a victim of your circumstances. Or you can be like Rusty. You can turn that adversity into your stepping stones. You can transform the very thing meant to destroy you into the tool for your own salvation. Every time life throws a shovel of dirt at you, don't just stand there and take it. Don't let it settle on your shoulders. You have to shake it off. Let it fall to your feet, and then you have to step up. Use it to lift yourself a little higher than you were before. Did you get fired from a job? That's not a grave, that's a stepping stone. Shake it off and step up to find a better opportunity. Or maybe even start your own business. Did you go through a painful breakup? That's not the end. That's a stepping stone. Shake it off and step up to learn about self-love, about resilience, about what you truly need in a partner. Are people underestimating you, telling you that you can't do it? That's not a judgment. That's fuel. Shake off that negativity and use it as a stepping stone to power your journey and prove every single one of them wrong. Remember this: no one and nothing can bury you unless you give them your permission. You have to agree to lie still. So, the next time you feel overwhelmed, the next time you feel like the world is burying you alive, I want you to remember the old mule from Texas. Remember his mantra? Say it to yourself. Shake it off and step up. If this story resonated with you, please give this video a like and subscribe. Your support gives me the motivation to keep creating content that matters. Thank you so much for watching.